Welcome to 5 Minutes, your quick dive into the wide-ranging world of insurance, technology, and leadership. I'm Miguel Edwards, and I'll be your guide as we explore these topics that are transforming not just the insurance industry, but the business world at large. Along with sharing observations I've made over the span of my career in insurance, technology, and operations, I'll be chatting with some of the brightest minds in business and leadership. Whether you're a seasoned executive or a rising star, an industry expert, or just curious about how technology is revolutionizing insurance, this is your perfect spot for your weekly dose of insights. This is 5 Minutes.
Nelson, thank you so much for joining me.
Glad to be here.
Awesome. So how's the InsurTech New York been for you so far?
It's great. Had a good crowd on both days and see a lot of old and new friends.
That's awesome. Yeah, the networking here is amazing. And if you've been in the industry for any amount of time, reconnecting with all these folks is just awesome, right?
It's always nice to be back in New York City.
Yeah, awesome. So Nelson, one of the things that occurs to me, especially when I was thinking about, our discussion, there's an incredible amount of innovation that we see on the P&C, on the property and casualty side. But we don't see a lot of innovation on the life side. I mean, I think I spent 6 years on the life side. I think about like the best innovation I've seen is really kind of more on the application side and, the Naigo type of, drama, just application and that type of thing. But what are you seeing, given your focus in that area? What are you seeing from an innovative perspective?
Yeah, I think, and even insurance as a whole, including PNC, is probably behind on overall innovation compared to, say, banking, payments, or fintech as a whole, right?
Sure.
And within that insurtech sector, life and annuity lags behind PNC, kind of like maybe by 10-year intervals.
Sure.
I think a lot of it has to do with infrastructure. Okay. Obviously, I'm biased because my company, Infras, we built API infrastructure for insurance companies, but in order to innovate, you need infrastructure. There's two kinds. One is technical infrastructure. You need to have the literal technology to support innovation, but second, you need to have the culture.
Yeah.
And I think there is a lot of resistance to change. But as people realize, if they get into more outcome-based thinking, then we stop thinking about a lot of the more modular goals that only allow us to make very incremental progress over long periods of time. For example, Naigo.
Right.
That's fine, but it's 2025, it shouldn't really be a thing, right?
Sure.
For example, Naigo only should be even theoretically possible if we don't really have logic that is widely applicable anywhere. Because if you apply with an insurance company, they have a set of logic. And if you don't match that logic, you shouldn't even be able to submit the application, period.
Exactly right.
And so the fact that we're going from paper to digital paper, but still dealing with Naigo, and trying to go, I guess Naigo is so an advertising term, that just means we all have so much more to build.
Sure. Yeah. No, that makes a lot of sense. I love, you made a comment that just blew me away here for a second, where we've got to have this shift to this more outcomes-based thinking that allows for a more modular approach. Did I capture that right? So clean me up if I got it wrong, because I want to explore that a little bit more.
I think both yes and no.
Okay.
Definitely we want to be outcome based.
Yeah.
But we do want to break down outcomes into maybe smaller pieces and problems. But in the past, people have been thinking of solutions in such modular point solutions that they try to reduce Naigo, and maybe we go from 10 to 5 to 3%, but then maybe the bigger outcome question is, why are Naigos even a thing?
Exactly.
Why is there any amount of buy?
Right. I love that. That outcomes focused piece is important. You said something, and I'm also too very curious about your firm and the API work that you do. Another thing for me that has been holding life and annuities behind is really a lot of the mainframe oriented architectures that are just so hard to get off of, right? I mean, you've got these long tail contracts that migrating that data is not easy. PNC side annual, right? We'll renew on a new system if we want to. What do you see in the future to solve that problem? It feels like a really big issue for life.
Yes. I think more than any technology per se, obviously I love API because that's what we do, but more than anything we do, particularly it's a mentality.
Yeah.
If you look at the other also heavily regulated financial industries that are way ahead of us on innovation, like payments, like banking, there's Stripe in payments, there's Plaid in banking. they have a mentality where they used to also have IBM mainframes too.
Yeah.
There was no shortage of those.
Right.
But they really moved quickly from, okay, we went from mainframes to APIs and APIs to API abstraction. Because the first step is going from mainframe to cloud and then cloud to many APIs. But then the next step is going from many APIs to very few APIs.
Sure.
It's reduction. You want to abstract away complexity so it's simple.
Got it.
I think we are still in the I finally have many APIs and I'm very excited about it phase.
Right.
And then when you insert newer technologies such as abstraction, so people can more easily do business with each other instead of me learning the 1,000 APIs you have, you learning the 3,000 APIs I have. Mm-hmm. Abstraction sometimes is met with not technology struggle, but mentality challenge in that when you are so focused on being proud of your 1,000 APIs, it's really hard to tell you then, hey, the 1,000 APIs is great, but let's reduce all that to like 3.
Right.
And then the industry goes back and forth. Well, I should keep building because I built these 1,000. It's great. And I have my process. I'm really proud of my process. And then we get so granular, we forgot about the goal. Why did we have any number of APIs to begin with?
Yeah.
Thank you for joining this episode of 5 Minutes. If you've enjoyed our discussion, we'd love for you to share it with anyone else you think might find it interesting. Also, please subscribe on whatever podcast platform you're listening on and hit that bell to stay on top of the game with our practical 5-minute episodes. We look forward to seeing you again next week.